day, everyone. I'm Dr. Maricon M. Guillermo, currently the Dean of the Vedasto Che Samonte School of Graduate Studies, Northwestern University, Lawag City, Ilocos Norte, Philippines. I also serve as a faculty researcher of the College of Arts and Sciences at the same university. Further, I teach undergraduate research and thesis writing at the graduate level and serve as thesis and dissertation advisor. I also participate as a member of various thesis and dissertation committees. In addition to my academic and administrative functions, I'm also a member of the University Research Ethics Committee, where I contribute to upholding high standards of ethical research practices within the university. The title of my paper is Potpourri of English Language Learning Beyond the Classroom. I have been a teacher of English for 47 years, and throughout this time, I have witnessed a noticeable decline in students' English proficiency and their struggles in expressing their views in English. Deeply committed to the teaching profession, I believe I am responsible for supporting learners in amplifying their English skills, not only within the classroom, but beyond it. This conviction led to the conceptualization and development of this study. Throughout this research, I aimed to investigate how the learners can independently enhance their language competences by utilizing their own resources outside the context of formal instruction. This study is specifically aimed to, number one, is to explore the preferred learning activities in English beyond the classroom that enhance the English proficiency of senior high school students at Northwestern University. And number two is to what extent do the learning activities in English enhance their English proficiency. This study was grounded on two theories that provided perspectives towards direction and how these were applied. One is the informal language learning theory proposed by Knowles, 1950, who poses that language acquisition can occur unconsciously and incidentally outside the formal classroom setting. This process happens through interaction with native speakers or exposure to authentic language input such as social media and digital technologies. This theory is relevant to the present study as it focuses on language development beyond the classroom by discovering various authentic, self-directed activities that contribute to the enhancement of learners' English proficiency. Another theory is experiential learning theory by Chan Dewey, 1897, which espouses that direct and meaningful experiences outside the classroom are forms of experiential learning. Dewey believed that genuine learning only occurs when individuals actively engage with an experience. This theory fits well into the present study as it deals with informal learning modalities that the learners encounter beyond the classroom. Through their personal experiences, learners acquire information and develop their language skills. Moving on to methods. The study employed a descriptive research design to describe scientifically the learner's learning activities and the language skills gained from this. There were 155 senior high school students enrolled at Northwestern University in the academic year 2023-2024 who took part as the participants chosen using the convenience sampling. They were selected rooted in the belief that the study could serve as an impetus in preparing them for tertiary education. Having strengthened their English proficiency, they may ensure success in their academic pursuits. The research problems found their solutions through an experiential or a self-made questionnaire culled from an extensive literature. To ensure its reliability, it underwent a pilot test through the conduct alpha to a group of students who did not participate in the study. The content of the questionnaire was aligned with the research problems under study. As a protocol of the university, prior to data gathering, the researcher sought clearance from the Research Ethics Committee. Upon approval, a permission to conduct the study was also obtained from the principal of the senior high school students, after which the questionnaires with attached informed consent were distributed face-to-face to the senior high school students in their respective classrooms. Voluntary participation was ensured among the target participants. Only those willing to participate were given the questionnaire to fill out. Likewise, the researcher ensured the anonymity of the participants and confidentiality of their responses. Data gathered needed to answer the research problems were analyzed using the need. Moving further to the results and discussions, collected data were tabulated and analyzed. In research problem number 1, on preferred English language competencies, the following are the results. The top 3 most preferred English language activities were using social media such as Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, Messenger, TikTok, and others. Listening to song lyrics, watching television programs. There were findings that corroborate this study or this finding. Islam 2022 revealed that social media such as Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram can enrich language skills. Viria 2022 also disclosed that the top 3 predominant activities of English major students were surfing websites to search for information, watching videos on YouTube, Facebook, and listening and singing English songs. In another note, Nugroho 2022 showed that the Indonesian learners believed that the informal digital language activities significantly strengthen the target language skills, but they slightly engage in these activities due to the birth of digital devices. Results imply that there are popular platforms like social media and other students' engagements beyond the classroom crossword puzzle got the lowest mean, although it is still a preferred activity. In the study of Borges et al. 2023, it was pointed out that using a crossword puzzle is effective in enriching vocabulary. However, some students found this challenging due to limited vocabulary. This suggests that students take charge of their language development in a potpourri of learning opportunities outside formal instruction. And for research problem number 2, to what extent would activities enhance English proficiency? The top 3 language skills that emerged were writing skills, vocabulary, and grammar. There were previous studies that concurred with this finding. Northwestern et al. 2020 revealed that the intensity of using social media content is significantly related to students' perception of their ability to speak English, including reading, writing, and listening. King 2023 indicated that music would be an effective means to enrich one's vocabulary, found to be a difficulty among the learners. Rahman 2023 likewise indicated that students in an Islamic university who use digital applications helped them improve their vocabulary. It could be deduced that social media and other students' preferred activities that resonate with their interests enrich their language competencies. On the other hand, the viewing skill yielded the lowest rating, but still to a large extent. Santos 2023 highlighted that viewing is a process where students analyze, comprehend, and converse. However, while it is a relevant skill, being the 5th macro skill, some people believe that there is no need to learn it explicitly. It could be inferred that there is a plethora of meaningful and informal ways that complement classroom instruction with the real-world setting. After the empirical survey, it could be deduced that the students have a strong preference for modern technology, such as social media and entertaining engagements like song lyrics, television programs, and other activities beyond the classroom that enhance their English proficiency. It could be inferred that there are ubiquitous platforms available for students to learn independently outside the confines of the classroom. Further, the results disclose that the preferred activities beyond the classroom contribute significantly to the enhancement of the learner's English proficiency, such as writing skills, grammar, and vocabulary. The integration of media-based and interest-driven approaches into language learning is effective for language development. The findings corroborate with informal language learning theory and experiential learning theory utilized in this study, suggesting that language learning could be acquired outside the classroom in informal and unstructured modalities, as well as through exposure to authentic language input, experiences, and interest-driven activities. Drawn from the findings and conclusions, it is recommended that parents, stakeholders, and other individuals may provide support and motivation to learners in using digital tools and other personal resources for the development of English language competencies. Likewise, educators across disciplines may consider the integration of social media and internet and student preferred activities in instruction for English language enhancement. Further, learners may be encouraged to learn the English language independently while entertaining themselves in their favorite activities. Significant insights came to the fore in this study. There's a potpourri of digital and entertainment environments outside the context of formal classroom that can enhance English proficiency of learners. It highlights the relevance of lifelong learning through informal and interest-based learning modalities. Further, it serves as an eye-opener to educators, parents, and individuals to shift from perceptions of social media as distractions to language learning tools. Moreover, English development does not only happen within the confines of the classroom. The study also provides no direction to researchers to undertake further research on the effectiveness or impact of social media as well as informal learning to language development. Lastly, my journey in this research has shed a new light and made a difference in my outlook as an educator. A realization has prevailed that in the teaching profession, I just have to put my heart and soul to explore and recognize the interests and needs of the learners to enable them to learn without my presence as the teacher. Undeniably, language learning comes in a potpourri of platforms beyond the classroom, which bear fruits, variety, color, enjoyment, and growth to learners. It is hoped that you too have gained a potpourri of new knowledge and language acquisition and advancement in informal and unstructured manner. As educators, let us walk together with the learners in their language development journey and life